Welcome to the live. If you're on here with me, I'm going to be talking about this journal. Uh, I created this journal um, to, I don't know, to help move through the year and just really kind of go on a little year-long journey of self-discovery and kind of returning to yourself. And also because I'm a photographer and I love photography, bringing um photography into your journaling practice. um Obviously this is my author copy. If you order a copy off of Amazon, it will not have the not for resale on it. And what is currently on Amazon has an updated cover. This is an old cover. So, when you go onto Amazon to order, if you choose to do that, you will not, uh, see this cover. Um, Let me get the Amazon link up here. I should have had this set up before I started, but, um, I'm kinda doing this randomly while, the house is empty. So I have a little bit of quiet time and I'm trying to take advantage of that. So I'm going to pop the Amazon link into the chat in case anyone is interested in that. Um, like I said, that cover has that's on Amazon. It has been updated, so it doesn't look exactly like this on the outside, but on the inside is the same. Um, This does not have the glossy paper. It is more grippy to make it easier for writing on. Uh, so I do like that. This has 13 months of, sorry for the table wiggle. Every time I move, everything wiggles about. I do apologize for that. I know it can be kind of annoying to watch that on camera. Um, it is for a whole year, but it does have 13 months worth of prompts. I feel like having that extra month, which is totally optional, or you could skip one of the other months because this is totally undated. You do not have to start this in January. You can start this at any point, and it can be your own year. Uh, but with that 13-month, I feel like it really rounds things out. And you can also choose to skip one of the other months if you want to. Um, I also have this available as a digital download on my website. Um, for folks who like to journal digitally, or and use programs like GoodNote or NoteSelf or any of those kind of programs where you can put like a PDF file in it and then mark it up and write in it or whatever. I really like that um, as an option. So I'll put the link to the digital copy in the chat also, if anybody wants to look at that. If you have any questions, please put them into the chat. Even though this is a top down, um, I do have the chat stuff up and running um, on my laptop, so I can see if somebody puts in a question or something. So, yeah, if you come in during this live, go ahead and say hi and um, any questions or anything in your chat. So, um, if you get this paper copy off of Amazon, obviously you can write in it if you want to. Um, if you get the digital one, it's a PDF. You can print it out either at home or take it to your library or Staples or somewhere and have it printed out. Um, or use a program like GoodNotes to write in it. I like taking these journals, these guided journals, and writing the prompts and things in my own notebook. So, like, just one of these cheap regular notebooks, or I have the fancy journals too. Um, just whatever works best for you. Um, I am not a big fan of telling people that they need like specific tools to do journaling or have to do things in a specific way to be doing it correctly or making it work or whatever. I'm not I'm not into that. So the way the main character year is set up is for each month. It starts out with an an opening ritual for the beginning of the year, and then it also, when you get to the ends um, of your year, like I said, this does not have to be a calendar year. You can start this at any time. You don't even have to start at the beginning of a month if you don't want to. It's just you start and finish in your own time. But it also has a closing ritual for when you reach the end. Nothing complicated, nothing fancy. You don't need any special tools. Don't let the word ritual be any kind of um, deterrent because this is super simple, nothing fancy. Um, you'll have any of the things that you might need to do this in your house, right? Um, so it has that, and then if you get the printed one, each section has like a few lined pages for you to write in, but if you like to write a lot like I do, you might need more room. That's why I like using my own journals uh because I write a lot, and um these sorts of things usually do not have enough space for me. And if I put into these journals as much space as I needed to be in like, they would be massive. So so why I don't do that. And of course, on the digital copies, um, the lined pages in there, you're just duplicating those pages so you can have unlimited number of pages in the digital ones. So each month has um, a theme. Like at the beginning, starting out, getting right into being the main character for this one. So it has a theme, a little overview, a photography prompt um, to do. So if you're writing in here, it's nice to have a way to print out your photos, but if you don't, you could always use Canva or some other kind of digital program, Procreate, even Pinterest, whatever, any place where you can take your digital photos and kind of organize them and store them and maybe add some text or something, information in with it. Um, if you can't print them out. Um, so even if you don't have a way to print out photos, still do this part. Yeah. Questions, and then journaling prompt sections, right? It has a shadow work invitation section that goes with whatever the theme is for the month, right? Um, an attraction focus for like abundance and attraction section, where to, focus your energy for the good stuff. Um, and then a little affirmation that you can use or not. I like to encourage people to write their own so they're more personalized to you, but like use this one if you want. Change it and rewrite it so it uh works better for you. That's totally cool, right? And then a main character moment for the month and integration and reflection for at the end of the month. Space for writing, a place for you to, if you're printing out your photos, stick them here, collaging, quotes, anything that went um, through the month where you can join. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm saying joined. I'm looking at the chat. Hello, Jason. Um, anything that you want to collage, note down, stick in here. For each month. So that's the basic layout for each month. They each have their own theme. And uh, I like adding photos into my journals as part of my journaling process, either as memory keeping or as just processing stuff and adding, because I'm a photographer, so I love having the photos of things. So, like this one, this is a memory keeping one. These are photos of my daughter and her knitting. Um, this one was just I stopped alongside the road and saw some scenery that I like, but then I also have sketches in here. But you can use your photography in your journaling as just keeping a record of what you saw and did with your camera, places where you went, memory keeping, or you can use that to capture um, journaling prompts, whether it's ones like in here or any kind of journaling prompt from any sort of journaling that you do. You can snap a photo of just like your regular everyday life of something that fits in with that prompt. Mhm. Take a drink of water. this is like my I'm not gonna call this a practice live, so this is my second real live, and I'm still getting used to talking a lot. I am not used to talking so much. Do you have um, any questions about this journal or about using your photos in journals or anything like that? Um, like I said, this is a whole year one, but each month is the same setup. Um, like this theme for this particular month is sacred boundaries. The photo prompts photograph something that symbolizes a boundary, a gate, a circle, a line, or even a self portrait of your own body language when you are trying to set a boundary with someone. How are you in your body when you're trying to set that boundary? So, gosh, I I really this chat was just this live was totally spontaneous, so I really feel like I should start planning these out better, but like I said, I'm just taking advantage of no one being at home right now, so the house is quiet. Um we have time. I can talk about another journal. I don't have to talk just about this one, but I like this one because um, you're using your photography and your words together. Like I said, the covers on this is updated now, so the cover doesn't look like this anymore. If you go and find it on Amazon, um, or on my website, it will look different than this, but the inside is still the same of what you are seeing here. How I don't even know how long this live has been going. I feel like it would be nice to have a way to kind of switch camera views, but I don't that's probably not a thing you could do on a live because now, um, I don't know, I just feel like I'm talking at my desk instead of talking with you. Uh, so yeah. Do you use any kind of journaling with your photography, Jason? Or anybody else who's joined in, feel free to pop in with your journal habits if you want to. I find putting my photos in journals um, helps me keep track of where I've been and what I've done and my photography progress. And, they just look pretty. Um, oh, making a zine is fun. I haven't made like a traditional zine. I have made some little photo books that I really enjoyed putting together. Um, I think they're a really great way to share your photos and have fun with uh the photos that you have taken and do something different with them and make it I don't know, I feel like it makes it easier to share them out with people. Let me I'll just really quickly grab mine so I can show you. Oh my gosh. So I did a couple. This here, Seasons, is my first little photo. I call it a little zine. It's just small. You can see it's not very big. Um, I had it printed through Mixum because I have no way of printing things myself. It's a little print of one of the photos in the zine. Um, but yeah, I really like this one. It's all black and white macro close up photos with kind of verses, poems, prose. I'm never sure what to call them. Um, that go along and take you through kind of the seasons going from spring and fall and winter and stuff like that. So that was really fun. I really like this one. It has like 20 or 22 photos in it. Um, and it was really fun to put together. And then the first part of 2025, I put together this one. I tried something a little different with this one. I still have it printed through um, Mixum. But this one, what I did, I took some of my favorite photos from the first half of the year and put them in with blog posts and different things that I had written. And then at the end of the year, so in January, I will work on putting together the second half for this. And I feel like this one was a really kind of a fun way to share photography and my writing with people who are not on Substack. So that was kind of fun, I thought. But there are so many different ways to do zines, and people get so creative with them. Um, I think they're a really great way to uh, express yourself and share your work with others. And oh, I have these ones too. These ones here were ones I got printed on Amazon, and then yeah, so it's a much bigger size, which I did like the bigger size, and that one was okay. This one, you could see the difference in the photos. Um, that was just print quality difference between different options on um Amazon. I ended up later just switching over to Mix 'em because it was just a little easier and more user friendly to use. Somewhere I think I might have a video of putting these together. And these photo books, I did the layouts and everything in Canva. All of these, um, yeah, all of these I have put together in Canva, and then put them on Amazon or Mix them or whatever to have printed. Um, yeah, I'm not sure how long we've been chatting here. I wish there was a timer up on my screen where I'm watching the live so I can see the chat, so I can have an idea of how long this has been going. But um, but yeah, I find just bringing photography and journaling together as a really useful um because I feel like sometimes depending on what we're trying to do with our photography, we can get really caught up in getting like the perfect photo or some Instagram worthy photo or whatever, and kind of forget that photography is uh more than that, and it is art, and it is self-expression, and it's taking the time to see the world around us and looking at the world around us in different ways from different angles, and noticing different things that maybe we wouldn't notice normally. That's one of the things I like about macro and close-up photography, is because um, you are looking at the small little things and not the big grand uh, image that most people see all of the time, like the easy to notice things, I guess is the way to put that. Um, and taking that and journaling with it, using prompts that take your photography uh, a little beyond just mastering uh, the technicals. Yeah, I my digital camera is the Fuji X-T2, and, which was, like, 20 some megapixels, I don't even remember anymore, and it was used when I got it, and, it works really great, and this year I just started getting into film photography, so I have, um, some older film cameras. I have one some of my oldest ones are, like, from the '50s. I have a Kodak Brownie that's, like, from the 1920s or something, but, yeah, I was like, um, it's through my process of learning photography from, like, where I started to where I am at now, I am realizing that having those, like, perfect landscapes where everything is tack sharp and they're just so gorgeous. I love looking at them. I love that there are people out there taking those photos because they are amazing, but, for my own personal photography, being able to do those things is less important. I'm more interested in how a photo feels, what the energy of it is, than, how many megapixels it is, how technically correct it is, um, what's the biggest print size you could possibly get out of it, or, um, how many Instagram likes or whatever that it might get. Um, but yeah, I just some of those newer cameras, I look at them and I'm like, "They're so fancy and they do so much," but I still super love the, uh, blurry and sometimes not very good photos due mostly to myself, not the camera, that I get from its old film cameras. So, yeah, in 2026, I am going to be doing more film photography, and I'm working on learning how to develop my own film and, do more work with my Pinsta pinhole camera because I really love that thing, and, when when you get a good photo out of it, they are amazing, and, every time that I don't get a good photo out of it, it is it's 100% user error. So, and yeah, I'm looking forward to all that kind of stuff coming up next year. And, like I said, journaling and photography, you could get a book like this that has prompts and all the stuff in it and go on like a total guided journey, or you can just take one of these plain old notebooks and stick your photos in it. You can print them out. I have the Canon Selfie and I have a little HP Sprocket, but you can get like the little they're kind of like label makers, and you see them in like journaling and scrapbooking things where they're just really small and they only print in black and white, and it's almost like they're printing out like on it looks like receipt paper. It's not receipt paper, but it just that's what it reminds me of. I can't think of what those little printers are called. And it's just black and white, and you can tape them down in your journal and you could write all your camera settings and um where you went and what the weather was and all those kinds of notes of things that it took to create that photo, but then also add in um how you felt while you were out there, um, how looking at that scene made you feel. Did it remind you of something else? Um, and if you're using any kind of prompts and, um, it can be prompts that are kind of like in here that are kind of, I don't know, they're not like super specific, but like take a photo that expresses boldness. Um, that's you could have prompts like that, or it could just be prompts that are single words that you write out a bunch of words on little pieces of paper and fold them up and stick them in a jar. And before you go out, um, on a photo walk or whatever you're doing, taking your camera out, reach in, pull one of those papers out of the jar, see what the word is, and have that prompt be part of what you're doing that day. And of course, that is easier if you're going out just for photographing for yourself and not having to do client work, which I don't do any client work, so I can't speak to that because that's not something that I'm doing right now. But it gives just a little added something extra to your photography process and takes your photo journey beyond um, technique and skill of using your camera, which I think is kind of cool. Um, I should have had a timer. I don't know how long I've been talking, but I'm going to start coughing from talking so much. So I think if there's no other questions or anything, I will wrap up this particular live. Um, at some point, oh, and the dogs are going to start barking. I'm sorry if you can hear that in the background. Um, I will be doing more of these lives on Substack because Substack has made it really easy. Um, hopefully, I will get to where I can schedule them out a little bit so folks know ahead of time that they're happening and it's not just so random, just jumping on for a few minutes. Okay, thank you, Jason, for hanging out with me and joining in. Um, yeah, thank you. And hopefully I will alive together. That could be fun. I have no idea how to do that. I am totally new to doing all these sorts of things. I feel like there's kind of a huge learning curve, but yeah, that would be great to actually have a conversation with someone. Um, that would be great, Jason. Yeah, well, I'm glad someone knows what they're doing, right? But thank you for being here. Yeah, if do you just want to DM me sometime about chatting together? That would be great. Um, yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna wrap this up and have a random live again at some point in the future. Thank you.